Actress and reality show star Shefali Jariwala, best remembered for her iconic appearance in the Kaanta Laga music video and her participation in Bigg Boss 13, has passed away at the age of 42. Her sudden demise has sent shockwaves through the television industry and left fans heartbroken. According to initial reports, Shefali suffered a sudden cardiac arrest late last night. She was then rushed to Bellevue Multi-Speciality Hospital in Mumbai by her husband, actor Parag Tyagi, and 3 others. Now, doctors had declared her brought dead. The exact cause of death is yet to be ascertained. The postmortem is currently taking place. Her family is at Cooper Hospital, where the forensic team is at as well. My colleague Abira joins us from outside Cooper Hospital. Abira, take us to the latest, what you're hearing as far as the postmortem is concerned.
Right now, we saw Shefali's husband walk into the hospital, Parag, and we also saw Hindustani Bhau. So Hindustani Bhau and Shefali had met during Bigg Boss, and since then she has been tying Rakhi to him. He said, "Beti thi meri," and he was crying when he entered the hospital, and he went inside to see her body. Right now, what we learned from the people inside, the officials inside, is the postmortem has still not started. A lot of other family members are also inside, including her sister and family, very close family, friends. So we have to still wait for the postmortem to happen, to come to a conclusion what really caused her death. She rose to fame because as a Kaanta Laga girl, and in an interview she even said that she is extremely happy that she is known as the Kaanta Laga girl, and till the day she dies she would want to be known as that. So it is a very, very sad day, and she was only 42 years old. But yes, we know that she had a epilepsy problem. She was diagnosed with epilepsy when she was 15 years old, and she used to get seizures. She also was battling infertility, but they had decided to go for adoption as a couple. So yes, the cardiac arrest comes as a huge shock. The industry is in shock. Her colleagues, her friends. She has a huge fan base on social media as well. Around 3.3 million people followed her on Instagram. So yeah, it's a huge shock, and right now we are just waiting for the postmortem to happen.
Right, Abira, stay on with us. My colleague Sujata Dwivedi also joining us from outside Shefali's residence. Sujata, take us through what you're hearing as far as the investigation is concerned. We just heard the police statement as well, where they in fact said that they received information about Shefali's death at around 1 a.m.
Well, yes, and the police investigation has already begun in the case so far. As far as the evidence collection is concerned, there was the forensic team which was here since last night, 1 a.m. and after which, almost after 8 to 9 hours of investigation, the forensic team left their residence just a few hours ago. And also, we spotted her husband, but now that he's headed to the hospital where the postmortem report will be handed over to him to understand the main cause of death, and after which it is here at her residence where her mortal remains will be brought in, and after which friends and family from her fraternity will be visiting her and to also pay their last homage to Shefali. But at this point, what remains a bigger question for the police to investigate after, before the postmortem report comes in, is to understand, what exactly transpired while she was at home. Was it her medication, the heavy medication that she was on to for her treatment, that led to a sudden cardiac arrest, or was it something else that the police needs to investigate? So far, there were several police officials that were present at her residence. They also took seizure of the register that is kept at the entrance of the wing, which is usually used to record and note down all the details of the visitors who are coming in to deliver or to meet any of the flatmates. And also in the register, it was inquired about who all visited Shefali's residence between before 10:30. And also one thing to be noted here is that her husband Parag, he came in the premises at around 9 p.m. So before that, his location was elsewhere, but after he came in at 9 and around 10:30, Shefali was rushed to the hospital. So in that 1.5 hours, was she well, was she unwell, what did she talk, and what exactly was her conversation with the family members are also being recorded by the police officials. And also a maid and cook are being interrogated to understand what did she eat and what was her intake like, and also what was her last few sentences that she spoke to her family members. So everything needs to be questioned at this point, and the police officials are onto it along with the forensic team members. Yeah.
Right, so thank you for joining us, Abira and Sujata, and bringing us those details. Let's quickly listen in to what Sunil Pal had to say.
अचानक उनके जाने से बहुत दुखद वातावरण हो गया है। भगवान उनकी आत्मा को शांति दे। इतनी जल्दी उनका जाना बहुत दुखद है। शेफाली, भगवान आपकी आत्मा को शांति दे।
Now, my colleague Sujata also had a chat with the watchman who was posted at the residence of Shefali last night. Take a look.
कल आप 8 बजे यहाँ पे थे, फिर 8 बजे के बाद गाड़ी निकली यहाँ से?
गाड़ी तो निकली है।
हाँ।
लगभग 10 सवा 10 बजे। जैसे गाड़ी आई मैं गेट खोल दिया। गेट गाड़ी के अंदर क्या था नहीं था वो भी नहीं मैं देख पाया।
आप नहीं देख पाए?
गाड़ी स्पीड में गई, चली गई।
शेफाली उतरती थी नीचे?
परसों देखा था मैं।
शेफाली को?
हाँ,
अकेले
परसों देखा
किसी
था। दोनों थे, मियाँ बीवी दोनों थे, कुत्ता लेकर के उतरे थे।
और जब ये निकले यहाँ से सवा 10 बजे, उसके बाद कोई आया? कोई अंदर उनके दोस्त यार कुछ आके पूछ रहे थे?
नहीं तो 1 बजे रात में शायद कोई आया था। 1 बजे में कोई आया था उधर से, वो भी बुलेट से। बोले थे कि ये इसको जानते हो? तो मैं बोला हाँ इसको तो मैं जानता हूँ। बोला डेट कर गया। तो मुझे मालूम चला कि वो डेट कर गया। तो मुझे तो कोई कन्फर्म नहीं है किसी, मतलब यहाँ से मुझे कहीं जाना ही नहीं होता है। परसों देखा था मैं, इसके उससे पहले तो कई रोज तो नहीं देख रहा था, लेकिन परसों देखा था मैडम को उतरते हुए। दोनों थे, लेकिन कुत्ता था साथ में और दोनों मियाँ बीवी दोनों थे। वो गाड़ी के पास खड़े थे। हाँ खड़े थे। फिर वहाँ से चले गए अब वापस। उसको पति को तो मैं कल भी देखा, इधर मोटरसाइकिल से आया। जैसे मैं ड्यूटी पर आया हूँ 8 बजे, तो 9 सवा 9 के टाइम में इधर मोटरसाइकिल से आया है। हाँ, मोटरसाइकिल लगाने के बाद ही ये गाड़ी से निकला है, इधर से आया कहीं से।
Now, earlier we spoke to actor Vindudara Singh. He's worked closely with Shefali Jariwala. He described Shefali as a warm person with impeccable work ethic. Listen in.
I'm a very big fan of Big Boss, and when she had gone into the Big Boss house, I really loved her. She was just fantastic. It looked like she's a beauty with brains, and I wanted to meet her. And then I met her husband, Parag, who's also a wonderful, wonderful guy who really loves her. We supported her along with Siddharth Shukla. We knew Siddharth would win, but Shefali was there and she was like a tigress. And I did call her a tigress, I remember. And then I got the opportunity to work with her. We did a couple of shows together, and she was always smiling, never stressed. Always, she seemed very, very, a lovely soul who's really worked her way up, who's gone through a share of hardships, and who's doing perfectly well, and who loves exercise, who loves health, who loves fitness. Both the husband and the wife both loved fitness. So that's why this is a shocker that at 42, if a person can pass away, she did have some problems in her life with epilepsy and some seizures. But to get a heart attack for a fit person, it's really giving us shockwaves through everywhere. Yani.
I'm being joined by Tehseen Poonawala, former Big Boss contestant. Thank you for joining us. Firstly, Mr. Poonawala, did you personally get an opportunity to work with or interact with Shefali Jariwala?
Yeah, I'd prefer to be identified as a political analyst. I did do Big Boss, and Shefali and I entered the house together, but my designation is political analyst. Just let me come to the 2 or 3 very important points. I knew Shefali. In fact, I met her recently at a dinner that Ekta Kapoor had hosted, and my friend Ekta had hosted. And yeah, I did know her. We entered Big Boss together. I think what is important is we as a nation not focus on one individual who passed away. It is terrible she passed away, and I give my deepest condolences to her loved ones and her family. But as a nation, we look at the pandemic of heart attack and cardiac arrest that is affecting our country. Do you know, and NDTV viewers need to know, India has the highest rate of heart attacks and cardiac arrests in the world. 50% of cardiac arrests in the world happen in India. 50% of these cardiac arrests that happen in the world, 50% of those happen in people below the age of 45, which is what Shefali's age was. It's happening to young people in gyms, in dance studios, at weddings, everywhere. And this is a major cause of concern. This is a pandemic India is facing. We are one hospitalization away from a bankruptcy, every middle-class Indian. And I think it is something that the government of India should take seriously. The most honorable Prime Minister needs to call a meeting of all health ministers and take this issue seriously. It's something I've been raising on all platforms.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Poonawalla, for joining us and sharing those thoughts with us. But if you could also take us through your experience along with Shefali. That, of course, was Tehseen Poonawalla, like he was saying. A bigger question is, of course, the cardiac arrest, if that is in fact confirmed. Remember, the postmortem report has not yet confirmed that it was a cardiac arrest. However, that is what is suspected. The preliminary reports, of course, saying that she had suffered a cardiac arrest. However, there are reports that also said that she had undergone some sort of skin treatment as well. Whether this was a result of that is yet to be identified. Remember, the post-mortem is currently taking place at Cooper Hospital, after which it will be clear what exactly was the cause of Shefali Jariwala's death. Not just that, but Shefali has been open about this as well. She had been suffering from epilepsy for many years. And remember, epilepsy is related to heart conditions. It makes the heart weaker. So if that was another condition related to the cardiac arrest is yet to be identified. But Shefali Jariwala, in one of the last interviews that she had held, had in fact said that she wanted to be identified as the Kaanta Laga girl.